I wish they were. I wish they were.
Do you want to unpack the drama that is Lala Kent's assistant
Ooh, girlfriend.
breaking up, now launching her own podcast?
Hmm.
Lala going on her Amazon live shop, saying she doesn't
Hmm.
listen to the podcast. She doesn't know what Jessica is saying, and that Jessica addressed the breakup for the very first time. And you know the timing. You are so good at this. You know timing better than I do. I read between the lines from what Jessica said, and I can bring up the
Oh.
statement and read it. Was it over James Kennedy and the
Mm.
way that Lala responded to James Kennedy's domestic violence arrest against
Well,
Kelly?
you got something here, Sarah. You're
Oh,
real oh.
no, well, you go.
You're
You go.
real. Well, first
I'm
of
looking through
all,
this story of what specifically the ex-assistant had to say.
no shade to anybody. It's the new year. We all evolve as people. I am a different person this year. Um, look, I'm still gonna have my breakdowns and rants, but whatever happened to Anne? Anne had a podcast, guys.
She still does. So,
Oh, it's still out
is
there,
it
huh? Plugging
NDAs?
along.
Yes. Plugging along. Oh my God.
Well, is it like doing well? And I mean that with all due respect. It's not.
What's it? It was called. We signed an NDA, right?
Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see Sandoval's podcast. I know he takes a break unless he has really something to say. I just don't see it. So I didn't realize Anne still had a podcast. I put her in that Bethany
Yes.
cat. Oh,
They dropped it one day ago, my
there
dear.
you go. There you go.
There better be sauce in here with Paige Ivy.
Hey, we all love sauce. Well, just like Rachel goes rogue, and I know that's taken on another life. We love our friend Juliet. The name of this Date My podcast, don't really understand the name. Maybe I'm old. She's a young child, this assistant I've seen. Maybe the kids know what this means, Date My podcast. I don't understand that name, to be totally honest with you. I just don't understand the name, Date My Podcast. Moving on. What is the plan for this podcast? Because doesn't seem like you're talking about Lala. We think there's some NDAs in place, of course. I do think this has to do with Jane. She said
I do.
that, you know, look, she says she thought she was going to be there for the rest of her life. Maybe not in that position, but she was a lifer to the Give Them Lala Kent brand, organization, conglomerate, pyramid, corporation, whatever it is. And she thought she was going to be there forever and never expected to leave. And she spoke out and had spoke out about some things. She just doesn't seem to be telling us what those are. I also think it's about James, and the way that when she spoke out, the way it was handled is just she had no choice but to leave. No choice. So she left. Now, that's what she says. I don't believe in emotions in business. I don't have any emotions in business, barely have any in life. I know it sounds sad, but trust me, it is better than the alternative. And so I don't understand. You spoke out and Lala defended James, and you didn't like that, so you left. Lala seems to sing a much different tune. I mean, I gotta say, I love Lala's answers on this one. She just said, like, I don't really understand. She was a paid member of the organization. And if someone wants to leave the organization, listen, I've had lots of this here behind the velvet rope, Sarah. Don't get me riled up here. We've had some people here.
We've had some stories I mean, and I did too before I met you.
Oh,
By
yes.
the time I can say this because Sammy K is like a dear friend, but Sammy K, who
Mhm.
was with me on Hot 99.5 Kane Show, and then he did the first year of my podcast. And at the end of the first year, he came to me and basically said, if it's not 50-50, I'm leaving, which I
Oh,
totally respect. But it was very important for me, having worked for the man for so long, to build something that was my own. And he went on to have a super successful vegan snack chip company called Snacklins, which everybody should purchase. It's at Whole Foods and other grocery stores, and it worked out great. But I've also been there. I know you've been through the past year or two, some splits and splats, but
splits and splats.
you survived and you're thriving. And so are those Paris people. Well, one of them I think really misses you, but
Well, listen, There'll be no more. Well, I mean, we have a bunch of new regulars. Jeff Lewis has his chumps. I'm still thinking what I should call my regulars. But numbers don't lie,
Ooh.
and you're right. And the Just David's episodes do just as well. I mean, the worst is the fucking we had some yappas. You ever have a bunch of yappas on your podcast? You
Yeah,
you know what a yappa is? I
yeah.
think I told you before, yappa. A bunch of crazy people.
God, what should your
Bunch
group
of
be
crazy
called?
dogs. So yeah, there's no room for anyone. So and by the way, but I agree. Anyone that, is a part of the and also I don't believe in NDAs. I'm like just you want to leave, go say whatever you want. It doesn't have. I only believe in business things. So you can say whatever you want. It's not going to affect my bottom line number. I don't care. Trash me. Who cares? I don't
It
have
only
the
helps
energy.
you.
Huh?
It
Yeah, it
only helps
helps.
you. I mean, the more
So,
people put your name in their mouth, it
the better.
used to be years ago, I think, when there was sort of a code of conduct amongst people, even
Ooh.
like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, a little bit. People had a real, a handshake was a handshake. Ain't no more, honey. Ain't no more. Everybody out to get theirs.
Mhm.
Everybody wants their 15 minutes, including myself. I mean, I'm the biggest fame whore as well. So the more now people put your name in their mouth, it just, look at Bethenny Frankel.
Mm.
Stronger than ever. And the
Girl,
haters
I think
hate.
Bethany's on her way, babes. Bethany is on her way. She is flying over those middle states, those uh those red states. Well, I mean, they're all red these days. Come on now, we've had an election. But Bethany's gonna touch down here. She's coming to rescue the fire people. Be strong. You ever hear that? Be
Yeah,
strong.
I have because I went down the rabbit hole of how it's not really her organization.
I heard about this. Always causing trouble, Sarah. So look, Lala's just like you left, and I don't want to hold you back, and you're an employee and great, and I don't really understand. The Give Them Lala Corporation will continue without you. I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah, this is what I said when
Very,
everyone left. Go
yeah,
right
I agree.
ahead.
You're stronger than ever. You had your biggest year ever last year. So
Biggest year ever. And at the end of the year, we had another collaboration, a woman named Sarah Fraser. First, she calls Bronwyn a toucan. This you call the woman a toucan. And then she says, "Oh, I need time off during the holidays. I like need a break from you, David." Now, again, I need a break from myself almost every fucking day. And we said, take your break, Sarah. Take your break. Oh, then the texts come in. Where are you? Honey, you said you needed a break from me. I'm busy over here. Don't you worry.
he doesn't chase everybody. He doesn't
I
chase
don't chase. I don't
his
chase.
back. He's very confident and he
Craig
chase.
Conover. Craig Conover. Don't go chase her. Don't go chase her. It's over.
I don't think she can be chased. I think she's over him, and I think he was just too small town boy for her.
Mhm.
She's got big dreams, big goals, big fashion, and I don't think that was Craig.
Mm-mm.
Seems like a small town southern boy, pull up to the bar, living the slow life.
Mhm.
And I nothing wrong with that, but I never saw that chemistry to begin with. That was my 2 cents.
I loved it, but trust me, he's gonna be, I have a woman for him. Her name is Miss Olindo. Some call her Naomi. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Get her back on Southern Charm. I think, look, it didn't work out when you were building the pillow business and she made fun of the pillows. She's a different Naomi now, Craig. And Craig, you're a different guy. Paige taught you a lot. This is it. She'll be pregnant by Christmas. Your kids will be gorgeous. She'll get